So my husband and I got a golden retriever puppy a few months ago. So she is about 5 months old. She is a precious angel and honestly the prettiest puppy I think I've ever seen. But she's teething right now, so she's kind of a menace. But at least she's really pretty, so it makes up for all the biting.
So finally we get our first pet ever, a golden doodle who's named Macallan. And it's funny because he pees when he gets excited. So every time we have guests over, he just starts to waggle his tail. He approaches our guest and he just goes out on it. I'm hoping one day it ends and he's just a happy dog without the pee.
So I have a cat named Duchess, and she is a rag doll. I have very much a love-hate relationship with her. She climbs on me, so there is no getting out of waking. I get to be like head butted in the head, the back, whatever it may be. Yeah, that's the hate part. But otherwise, again, she is a nice, loving cat.
So I have 3 dogs and 1 tortoise. Vasca, the tortoise, and Vasca is a half-blind and half-deaf tortoise. How do I know he's half-blind and half-deaf? Because my wife told me he was. There you go.
So one day I'm sitting in a meeting and the chicken coop is in the window behind me, and I'm in a Zoom meeting so you can see the background, and I'm talking to a customer about a ServiceNow deployment, and I see a fox in the background running after my chickens. So I jump up, I grab a broom and run out and start hitting the fox with a broom, and then it runs off, and then I get back into my meeting, I'm dripping sweat, and all the customers are right behind me saying, "Chris, is everything okay?" Because they saw me in the background running around chasing those chickens. So that's my pet story. The 4 chickens are still alive, the foxes haven't gotten them, and we're still eating 4 fresh eggs every day.
My dog, his name is Apollo. He's what you call a bell crow, very dependent on his owners. Gets very excited when somebody comes near the door, rings the bell. He feels like everyone's coming to play with him. My funniest memory, well, he actually brings his blanket when he wants to lay on the couch. So we'll have him fetch his blanket, brings it, gives it to us, and he plops down on the couch, and he won't lay on the couch until he gets his blanket.
We have a wonderful furball named Mucha. So she was born with a congenital heart defect. So we had an appointment where we took her to the doctor. She's super friendly, super good. So she was lying down. The cardiologist was in the room along with a technician. Everybody was super, super quiet. The doctor was going through with the sonogram, mapping out her heart. And again, like 30, 40 seconds of absolute silence. Nobody's moving at all. And all of a sudden, she lets out this loud, raucous fart. And everybody just completely loses it. It was perfect.
My dog is like Shaggy the dog and that big Great Dane on the movie put together. He tears my house apart. Yesterday, for instance, he and the cat, while I was on virtual calls, were chasing each other around my very small house, and the cat jumped on the bookshelf to get away from the dog and knocked the bookshelf into the Christmas tree, which fell into the piano and hit me while I was sitting in my work chair.